What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Let's Play, and we gotta figure out, where are we with Rob? Definitely bright. Let's go talk to the one person, or not. Hey, get back here. I ain't gonna sit here and just chase you.
Hey? What just happened?
Come on!
This can't be. But it is. It's Dundrasil, just as it once was.
Looking sharp, Your Majesty.
Ah, my old robes. But how? What in the world's going on? Would you care to enlighten me, lassie?
Walk this way.
My bunny-eared pal headed off in the direction of the throne room, assuming this is the real Dundrasil castle, that is. Well, it's as good a place as any to head for, I suppose. I'll see what the folks on the way have to say for themselves. Man, Dundrasil Castle looked amazing. Look at me. I look all spiffy. Okay, let's go. All right, onward. Oh, it's you, Your Majesty. Well, you don't need me telling you where your way about your own palace. You'll have to forgive me. I'm new here, you see? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Ah, there you are, Your Majesty. I've been looking for you everywhere. You must remember me telling you that you had an important audience scheduled. It's almost time. Hurry over to your throne and prepare yourself. What is going on?
Huh? But...
I trust you are well, Father.
What?
Eleanor, Erwin, it really is you. And you're young again. What's going on?
Your Majesty, please forgive my insolence in seeking a personal audience with you today. I come before you not as the head of the Princess's honor guard, but as my own man.
What? I mean, very well. State your business.
You see, the thing is, I wish to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Erwin.
And though I am but a soldier, and all too aware of my own lowly position, nevertheless I must persist. For there is one thing of which I am certain. My sword arm is steadfast, and my heart unwavering. There is no man alive who will love, honor, and protect your daughter as I can.
Oh.
Your Majesty, I place my fate in your hands. Will you allow me to continue to serve and protect your daughter? Not as the head of her honor guard, but as her dutiful and loving husband.
I can hardly turn you down after that little performance, can I, laddie? And to tell you the truth, I always had an inkling you two might one day be wed.
Oh, Father.
It's up to you now, Erwin. Don't disappoint me. You hear?
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you.
That would have been messed up if I'm just like, no.
Huh? Huh? Crivens! Where do you spring from, lassie? And where's everybody gone?
Did you enjoy your little trip down memory lane? Well, it's not over yet.
Your Majesty, is everything alright? You're looking a wee bit befuddled. If you deny... If you don't mind my saying so. What is it you say? Queen Eleanor and King Erwin lost forevermore? Ouch, come on. It's the nerves talking, that's all. Speaking of nerves, the father-to-be seems more than a little jumpy himself. He went flying out of the throne room not long ago like a man possessed. What is going on? Poor Rob. Looks like an old diary of Rob's. Rob takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Ever since the day I ceded the throne to young Erwin, the lad has poured his heart and soul into making Dundrasil the greatest kingdom it can possibly be. He was never raised as royalty, and I must admit I shared some of my subjects' doubt about whether or not he was truly suited to the role at first. But now I know I made the right choice. He soon gained their trust and respect, and mine as well. The entire nation is united behind him. My dear Eleanor has made a very fine choice of husband indeed, which means I get to go on with enjoying my retirement. Your Majesty, the Queen needs quiet and rest right now, and plenty of it. I know you want to see her, but please give her some space. Once that, you just gave them permission to be wed. Your Majesty, I understand you're anxious, but please get a grip on yourself. What is going on? Where's the lassie that started all this? There you are, Lord Robert. I was hoping I might have the chance to speak with you about something before the child was born. Before the child was born? Well now, so it's the day of my grandson's birth, is it? Now, there's a thing. Your Majesty? Sorry, lad. You were saying there was something you wanted to discuss? Aye, it's the child's name. I have been having trouble thinking of anything suitable. So much trouble that it's been distracting me from everything else, if I'm honest. I was wondering if you might see your way to reprising your role as king for a wee while, so I can have time to think it over. Sure, why not? Thank you so much. You'll not have much to do, I promise. There are just 2 items on the agenda for today. The first is something you're more than used to, receiving those who seek a royal audience and giving them counsel. The Chief Minister will be on hand to help you with the most pressing issues. The second is to make the rounds of the castle and assist anyone who needs your aid. The idea of the king aiding a subject directly was, of course, something you yourself initiated during your reign. I'll be by the fountain downstairs. It's where I do my best thinking. Once you've taken care of the day's business, please come and find me. I'm truly grateful to you for agreeing to do this. Well then, back to the throne we go, I suppose. Your Majesty, the king has appraised me of the situation. If you would be so kind as to take a seat on the throne when you are ready to begin discharging your royal duties. You will be welcoming visitors from other kingdoms and dealing with various matters of state, both trivial and momentous. King Erwin will be deeply grateful for any assistance you can offer, I am sure, and speaking personally, it will be a pleasure to work with you again, Your Majesty. It's because we're both short, huh? Huh? Tell me. Now let us commence with today's itinerary. As you know, your role is to hear out those who come before you and use your wisdom to give counsel as the representative of the Crown of Dundrasil. Your Majesty, let me first express to you my gratitude for granting me this audience. I have traveled all the way from the kingdom of Sniffelheim to seek it. The matter I wish to bring before you today has been greatly exercising the ruler of my land. He very much desires to seek the counsel of the Crown of Dundrasil, paragon of peace and prosperity. Oh hey, I remember this dude, he's the scholar. Go on. In regards to royal treasure that has been handed down from generation to generation of a royal line, it is known as the Blue Orb, and alas, it has vanished, presumed stolen. King Gustav has used every means at his disposal to try and identify the thief and recover the most precious heirloom, but to no avail. However, a list of likely culprits has been identified. 4, to be precise. Sadly, there's insufficient evidence to conclusively identify the thief, and so we find ourselves at an impasse. So you need to whittle down your lists of suspects, but you've no clear means by which to do so. Alright. Let's have a wee think. First thing is to identify the likely motive. What reason might a person have to want to get their mitts on this blue orb? Probably for money. Treasure like that would bring in a pretty penny, I'll warrant. Aye. That'll be what the thief did it, no? Next, we've to consider the matter of means. You cannot just walk in off the street and help yourself to the pride of the royal treasure house. So what kind of person could have done it? Ooh. Master of Disguise, maybe? Aye, that'll be it. The thief must have disguised himself as a guard or such like and strolled right on in without anyone looking twice. Which leads me to conclude that our culprit is an experienced professional thief. Go back and line up your suspects. Tell them that the orb they stole was a fake and that whoever took it must be an amateur and a fool. Any innocent party will surely see the funny side, but one person certainly won't crack a smile, the veteran whose skills you've called into question. A marvelous display of deductive reasoning, Your Majesty. With your blessing, I shall return to Sniffelheim and inform King Gustav of your counsel. This is your final judgment on the matter, I take it? Yes. The Kingdom of Sniffelheim owes you a great debt, Your Majesty. I shall journey back there immediately and share your shrewd insights with the king. The envoy from Sniffelheim hurries home, looking very pleased indeed. I must commend you on your wise counsel, Lord Robert. Your advice will doubtless lead to the unmasking of the rogue who stole the treasure. Now, shall we move on to the next matter? Yes. Very good, Your Majesty. Without further delay, let me present you with the next problem requiring your attention. The Sultan of Gallipolis salutes the mighty kingdom of Dundrasil and all its people, and sends this, a missive penned by his most exalted hand. Ahem. Your Majesty, I trust that this message finds you well. Word of the continued triumphs and glories of your kingdom reaches us on a daily basis. In truth, I write seeking your counsel for this very reason. As you may know, the Sultanate has suffered a prolonged heat wave. The land is parched, and we fear for this year's harvest. As ruler of the realm of plenty, I beseech you, share with us your secrets of your prosperity, that we might avert disaster. I await your reply by return of writer, your humble servant, the Sultan of Gallipolis. The message ends there. I do not wish to pressure you, Your Majesty, but His Excellency the Sultan was most desirous of a swift response. Ouch. Sounds like they've got themselves in a pretty pickle over there, eh? Well, I'd better see what I can do to help them, hadn't I? Drought prevention advice, Can't say it's a problem we've ever faced over this way, if I'm honest. Well, let's start with the basics, shall we? If I'm to write a reply, I'll need to decide on the tone of the letter first. Alright, that's probably the best way to go, eh? Now the tricky part. What to do in a drought? Let's weigh the options. Think outside the box. Right, that's it. I've got it. Quick, take this down before I forget it. My dear Sultan, I understand your kingdom is suffering a bout of searingly hot weather. No doubt sales of ice cream and swimsuits are going through the roof. Of course, I do not wish to make light of your predicament. I simply wish to show you that by changing the way you think about something can turn a crisis into an opportunity. What I suggest is that you inspire your people to think of radical new ways of cooling down, leave it to their imaginations, and see what they come up with. Hopefully, it will involve swimsuits, and lots of them. Oh my god. I feel like I just picked all the joke options there. That's the one. Get that all written up in your best fancy handwriting on one of those nice scrolls. A marvelous missive, Your Majesty, if you don't mind me saying. Now, just to confirm, you're happy for me to write down what you just said and send it off to the Sultan? Honestly, none of that is gonna save it. Change your mind, eh? Well, of course, your royal prerogative. Let's begin again, shall we? I gotta see what all the options are for this. That one's my top option right now, but probably not the best. Alright, offer some conventional wisdom. My dear Sultan, I understand that your country is at risk of a terrible drought. Well, fear not, for help is at hand. We would be only too happy to open our storehouses and supply you with our surplus grain to make up for any shortfall you may suffer. Naturally, we would expect no compensation. For you are our brothers and sisters, and we are ever in the same position. We would expect no less in return. If we cannot come to one another's aid in times of strife, then truly we are lost. Okay. Let's see what our other option is now. We've got about 2 more to go through, so somewhat stern. Think outside the box. My dear Sultan, I understand that your kingdom is at risk of a severe drought. Put simply, there are limits to what one can do in such a situation. Might I suggest that you take a leaf out of the book of the tribes of ancient times? I speak, of course, of the sacred ritual of the rain dance. Only the chief of the tribe, you, in other words, may perform it. belly dance for 3 days and 3 nights without rest or sustenance before the den of a dragon, and then and only then might you be saved. Nope. Nope, I'm not going with that one. The man would die. No. Let's see what the other one's got. My dear Sultan, I understand that your kingdom is at risk of severe drought. Put simply, this is a test from on high, and any ruler worthy of the name must be able to rise to such a challenge. I do not wish to sound unduly harsh, but rather than asking the rulers of other kingdoms for help, you must look closer to home. You must believe in yourself and in your people. Lead them, inspire them, encourage them to till the soil with all their hearts, and new crops shall surely spring forth given time. But you must be strong, you must be a beacon in this time of need. I could disagree with that one. Drought is very hard to overcome by just yourself. Sometimes seeking outside help is the way. I think that's the one I wanted was... Yeah. Extra from the storehouse of grain. Why not? Excellent. We'll send it back to Gallipolis with the rider right away. Now shall we have them send in the next visitor? Yes. Very good, Your Majesty. Then without further delay, let me present you with the next problem that requires your attention. There's a bear near. As I'm sure you're aware, there are pugilistic tournaments held regularly in the town of Octagonia, where fighters from all 4 corners of the world compete to prove their worth. Naturally, there is no shortage of young hopefuls keen to represent Dundrasil in the next grand events of this kind. To that end, I wish to present you with our kingdom's 3 final candidates. How did a bear get a part of this? Who is better than fighting a man like yourself, Lord Robert, to assess their potential? If it pleases Your Majesty, could you step forward and pick the one you think might be the champion in the making? I don't even know who we got here. Typical discerning choice, Your Majesty. This fellow is blessed with that rarest of fighting talents, luck. He has made it through all of his qualifying bouts without conceding a round. I'm afraid I'm not exactly brimming with confidence, Your Majesty, but if you pick me, I'll cross my fingers really, really hard and hope for the best. So come on, what do you say? I don't blame you, to be honest. I mean, who picks a 97-pound weakling to represent their kingdom? Well, I guess my luck finally ran out. We'll see. I want to know what's up with the bear. An interesting choice indeed, Your Majesty. This one's a real wild one, without a shred of decency or compassion for his fellow fighter, an animal who will stop at nothing to achieve victory. He is a bear. Grr, I can't bear some of the things people say about me, you know? I'm not that bad, honestly. So are you going to choose me or what? Grr, oh well, I suppose I'll just have to grin and bear it. This is meant to be a tournament for humans after all. They're welcome to it. Fine choice, Your Majesty. I knew a discerning eye like yours would sort the champs from the chaff. Your pick's brimming with brute strength. He can shred steel with his bare hands. You're picking me, eh? That pure dyad brilliant. That is, you won't regret it. My opponents will, though. So, we're good to go, eh? I mean... Octagonia is luck can only carry you so far. The other guy is a bear. This is a tournament for humans. I'm gonna go with him. I'd hate to see anything happen to the kid. If luck is his only thing and he doesn't have any confidence. Amazing, I won't let you down, I promise. I'll tear those dafts Snaps limb from limb and do Dundersill proud. Just you wait and see. Marvelous work, Your Majesty. So just to confirm, you're happy to put this hard-hitting specimen forward to represent Dundersill? Why not? Very good, Your Majesty. Victory for Dundersill is assured. All we need to do now is await our triumph, Victor's return. I'm happy to report that this concludes your royal duties for today, those here in the throne room at least. But I believe King Erwin mentioned there may be troubled souls elsewhere in the castle who require your assistance. May I suggest you take a little stroll around the grounds? Oh, but before you depart, allow me to say that it has been an absolute pleasure to witness you at work today. Truly, it has been far too long. It's safe to say that your kingly judgment is as sharp as it ever was. If you say so, man. Happy to help. Alright, let's just get a save in real quick.
Whoa!
Alright. We can go, yeah, it's only about 26 minutes in. We can go a little bit longer. Oh, hello, Your Majesty. You must be very excited about the new addition to the family. It's all my fault. I was the one who dropped the pepper pot. It's a calamity. What will we do without pepper? Ah, Your Majesty. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. We were in the middle of a wee culinary emergency, you see, and we could do with the assistance of someone such as yourself. A gastronome, shall we say? A Butterfinger fool man of a maid managed to drop the very last pot of pepper from the castle larder, and it smashed and went everywhere. I'm sure you can imagine that what the guards will say when they sit down, and their neeps and tatties do their neep. Yeah. And there is no seasoning to be had. There'll be an uproar. Please, Your Majesty, help us in our hour of need. Excellent. I knew you wouldn't let us down. Now, if you wouldn't mind searching the castle, we need something nice and pungent we can use instead of pepper. I was thinking some of the plants around the castle might yield something useful. It's certainly worth a look anyways. But don't restrict your search to plants alone. You never know where the perfect condiment might be hiding. Well, I trust your judgment, Your Majesty. Happy hunting. You're the culinary experts. Can you guys look around the gardens and whatnot? Find something? This plant's leaves have a pungent pong, alright. I'm pretty sure you could dry them and use them to cook with. They'd be sure to add a wee bit of spice to the mix. I'm sure that there are other things you can use instead of peppers, but this doesn't seem like a bad option to me. We'll keep looking. Why does this appear to be my only option, is just that plant? Well, this ain't good. It's the only one I mean, I guess I work with what I've got. Sure, why not? This might work. I reckon this could make a pretty interesting alternative to pepper. Well, only one way to find out. I knew you wouldn't let us down, Your Majesty. Here's a little token of appreciation on behalf of all the kitchen staff. Hey, he receives a seed of strength. Cooks in the castle kitchen used the leaf Rob brought them to make a pleasantly spicy batch of neeps and tatties for the guards' dinner. Yay! Well, I guess we'll go talk to King Erwin. Lord Robert, your timing is almost uncanny. I've just the second managed to come up with a perfect name for the new baby at last. Without you, I wouldn't have had the time to properly mull it over. You've no idea how much of a help you've been. Since we both finished our business for the day, why don't we head back to the throne room and wait for the good news? Let's go.
Your Majesty, Lord Robert, the new arrival is here.
Already?
Congratulations, Your Majesty. It's a beautiful, bouncing baby boy.
A boy?
Look, Erwin.
Oh, he's a fine wee chappie. And what a set of lungs! We'd better hurry up and give him a name before he screams the place down.
Aye.
We were wondering what you thought about Erdrea.
Oh, it's beautiful. It sounds clever and brave and... yes. But I've rather set my heart on something else, you know? What do you think of this for a name?
Oh, well, it's nice, but it wouldn't exactly be my first choice. But if that's the name you've chosen, my love, then that's the name he shall have.
Bruh.
Mighty Yggdrasil has blessed us with this beautiful boy. And from this day forth, he shall be known as...
Shall be known as king. Alright, I, the baby, am now a king.
Oh, father.
Sorry about that, love.
Never mind that. Why don't you give your grandson a cuddle?
Hello, wee one. I'm your grandpa. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh.
And he's gone.
What the?
Having fun?
How are you doing this? These places, these memories, they feel so real.
Alright. With that, we will wrap up here for now. This has just been one wild trip after another for poor old Rob. Like, man, Gramps. I feel bad for him, but we'll see what happens more in the next one. So until then, stay wholesome, my friends.